Good afternoon. Welcome. Live long and prosper. Yeah, Atheist Day 2024. I thought, we should just say a couple of words about Atheist Day and, what the importance is of having a day that we recognize the journey that we have been on. So I've compiled a couple of thoughts, but before I get into that, I just wanted to invite all of you, to be visible. Be visible. Be that resistance against the imposition of religion. Be it on a very small scale, however you want to get involved. But just be visible, because your silence will be seen as acquiescence. It will be seen as acquiescence to the imposition. So let's jump into it. I am going to add my co-host Tasha to the mix quickly. Bear with me. Hola, how are you, Tasha?
Ella, how I'm well, thank you, and yourself. I've got a glass of bubbly. I hope the window is the window behind me a bother or not?
No, it's not. It's not.
Cool. Great.
Amazing.
On International Atheist Day, or to like I don't know what you're doing. Are we frozen?
We were for a split second. I think God had his finger on the internet hose. So
Yes.
So God just took the internet hose pipe and he went and he pressed it together.
Yes, but we squeezed back too hard, so it didn't work.
Right. Yes, as I was saying, is like I just compiled a couple of thoughts. I just wanted to go through that and see how it resonates with you. So everybody, because the thing is, I haven't actually counted them, but there, how many of our public holidays are actually religious holidays? Do you know?
I don't, and I suppose in South Africa it depends what you count as a religious holiday, because people will count the Day of Reconciliation, the 16th of December. Afrikaners will count that as a religious holiday, and then obviously Easter Sunday, and then Christmas, obviously. Interestingly enough, I think though the only explicitly religious holiday that we have maybe Easter Sunday, which is technically not a holiday. I mean, because it's a Sunday. I think it's only Christmas Day that's officially designated, or a religious public holiday.
Well, no, my blessing will be
But then, as I say, I definitely think there will be those who will be very vehement to claim that the Day of Reconciliation, 16 December, is a Christian or at least a religious holiday, because obviously we do know that God looks after his chosen people. And in 1838, the Afrikaners were the chosen people, and that is why they succeeded in beating the Zulus with 2 cannons and guns, And we are frozen again. Oh, bloody hell. And I'm all by my lonesome. Bolilang, how are you? I've got the holy halo. I like that.
There we go. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to my home internet. The whole network is down for some reason. Let me see what's happening. There we go. Tasha, can you hear me?
I can see you. I can hear you.
Amazing, amazing.
It's a miracle.
You see what happened? We've this must be Satan that that helping my mobile network. Ooh, let me just position myself here. There we go. Nice.
Bolilang says that I have the holy halo. So I'm a child.
Oh, I've got to turn your volume up a little bit. Let's see. Give me a sound check, please.
Sound check. Do you see my holy halo? Is that better?
Ooh, immensus. I can hardly hear you. Let me just see.
Now,
What am I fucking up here?
It can't be me. It has so while Dean is trying to sort, I don't know who can hear me and who can't. I can hear myself quite well. Bolilang, can you hear me? Could you comment in the chat? I don't know if you're can I see you? Can I see whether anybody's there? I saw the poster that Dean made says you are not alone. At this moment in time, I feel quite lonesome. How now, Dean?
It's fine. I can hear you a little bit. Let me see. Let me see. Maybe my speaker is being covered by this. Let me just see. We try now.
Hello? Anybody out there?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you quite well, yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, so I mean the reason, let me just jump straight into it because I feel like I've wasted like 10 minutes of your life already.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, you know, Tasha, you're just stardust, and at the end of the day, what does 10 minutes mean to stardust? It's
absolutely. I'm not even a speck within a speck within a speck on the pale blue dot spinning through space at an alarmingly fast rate, and yet everything feels so stable.
Liewe Jesus, my internet is weer aan. Ooh, I am so happy.
The joys of live broadcasting, eh?
Wait. There we go. I'm telling you. What? Can you hear me, Tasha?
I can hear you very clearly, yes.
Amazing. You see, it's because I sacrificed a very small goat on Signal Hill yesterday. It was a very small goat, and I couldn't find a baby, so that's that this is what happened. I couldn't find a baby to sacrifice, so it had to be a small goat, and I think the gods are not happy with me.
Absolutely. the gods of internet. Well, you see that I have company.
I see. Yes, is that Lilith? Yes. Is that Lilith's cat?
It's Lilith's little kitten because it's Picasso.
Okay.
The naughty baby. She's
right.
She's a menace. Yeah, she's a menace.
I get it.
Absolutely.
I get it. Yeah. Absolutely. So as I was saying, is like this. I get a feeling I actually have to check now because there are so many religious holidays. Let's go through all the public holidays and let's just have a look because let's see. So we've got New Year's, freedom, heritage, human rights, workers, reconciliation, Good Friday, youth, Christmas, family, national women's, boxing. And I think that's basically the lot of it. So you are, let me just see, Good Friday. That's
Good Friday, and Christmas.
yeah. Let me just see, Youth Day, Women's Heritage, Day of Reconciliation. That used to be a religious holiday.
Well, and many people, many Afrikaners still do celebrate that as I mean,
Yeah.
the promise that was made at Blood River did say that everybody who fought there and their descendants have to keep it as a Sunday. So fortunately, none of my direct descendants were there, so I'm all right. I don't know about you.
I don't know. You know, I really don't know. We not really. You know, we didn't really. There's not a lot of my family that is in that northern Natal region, because that is where that Blutervier thing was, isn't it?
Yes, and in fact, I grew up in that area. It's about 60 kilometers from my hometown, so I've been there numerous times, and yep. Ironically, it wasn't proclaimed as a any sort of religious festival until after 1948, I think. I might be, well, let me not say any dates, but yes, let's get back to this whole thing about religious holidays. And the impact of religion in our daily lives. I was thinking about it this morning. I was just thinking again how pervasive religion is in our societies, and that's across the board, and how we still have this idea that anything and anybody can be criticized, but you can't criticize somebody's beliefs about their gods. That is still something that just is frowned upon and is seen as offensive. And I think we need to do even more than we're currently doing to celebrate Atheist Day. So I was explaining to you that I had big plans for Kruisvrij to do the hard launch on today. But then life happened, because, you know, we have to buy bread and milk and we have to feed our families. And 6 weeks, you know, when you're planning something, 6 weeks sounds like so far in the future. And then the next morning you wake up and you realize, oh, it's tomorrow.
You realize all the shit that you need to get done. Yeah. But you know what I really like about this idea of having an atheist holiday is because first of all, it's inclusive. You know, it's inclusive. It just says to the world, look, you know, we have space for everybody. You know, so if you have I mean, you know, if there's a percentage of your population that has a specific day that they want to celebrate something in, and it gains momentum, then by all means do it. You know, that's inclusive and it's right. Everybody has their spot under the sun. Everybody gets a space to do their thing. You should actually try to do this in South Africa. I can guarantee you will get such pushback. You'll get such pushback. First of all, you know, all the pill clutchers will want to know, you know, what we are doing. You know, where is the midnight orgies and the baby roasting? Where is that happening? But you know, just it highlights to me what it highlights when people, first of all, give pushback on something like this, is that they are not used to sharing anything. They're not used to sharing this space with people. You know what that reeks of to me? It reeks of that 1980s Afrikaner mentality. You know, they didn't want to share shit with anybody. You know, like they wanted to have we'll have our thing over here and you can have your thing over there. It's like,
Yes. Dean, I
it's so
want to ask you.
contrary to the spirit of our country nowadays.
Yes, but I want to ask you a little. You mentioned to me that International Atheist Day was actually started by Atheist Republic.
I am actually, let me just
because,
double check that, because this is
yes,
the first. Yeah.
So the first thing I want to ask is that, and the second thing, I have actually did. It's not so easy if you type in Atheist Day in Google, because I saw something that it's the 21st of March and that it actually dates back to the 1920s. Could you just double check on that for us, please?
I am going through. I know that the popularization of the day, as the Atheist Republic has a big move behind that. Let me just double check here. I don't want to see your ads. This is the existence of ads on the internet is confirmation for me of the existence of Satan, honestly. So you say it's from the 1920s, and it was probably a spoof holiday or something.
Actually, I don't know. That's what I'd like you to research for us, and I should have done this beforehand, because when I was, I knew that there was an International Atheist Day, but atheists.
If they wanted to make it a spoof, they would have made it like April the 1st or something.
No, it's definitely not a spoof, and I certainly have the.
Here it is. Yeah. No, I mean this is the article that you're referring to. Yeah, it's on days of the year. Let me just pop this over here, and I can share my monitor so that you guys can also see that. So let me just see here. There we go. Okay, so this is the article that you are referring to. It's called the days of the year is the website, and what it does is it looks at all different kind of holidays, Christmas, Diwali, Eid, Easter, blah 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 blah. So it says the origins of Atheist Day can be traced back to a spoof story that was published on the internet in 2003. Atheist Day was originally about a fictional case of an atheist who had decided to sue the government. The reason for the fictional lawsuit was a simple one. Unlike all the major religions, there was no day for atheists, to which the judge said that April 1st was their holiday. While the case was just a hoax, the story spread quickly and was actually accepted as fact. Although the day is best known to be an occasion for pranks, atheists, in fact, claimed the day for their own as well. I mean, they did something very, very their style. They decided to claim that it doesn't exist after all. So I don't know. I don't know how authentic this is, and I don't know what the narrative is about that, but I'm very skeptical to take a story as tongue-in-cheek as this as fact. I don't know.
Okay, so what are you saying? Are you saying we don't have a day?
Fuck that. I'm going to take today.
You know what? I'm going to go once. I'm going to take every Sunday from now on.
Exactly. Exactly. No, but it's very important because there's a lot of solidarity to be found in a shared experience, and especially if that shared experience is one of struggle, of strife, of tension. It does something to your psyche when you see another person that's also gone through that struggle and they can relate to you, and it's almost like that moment where you where you see somebody else in the crowd and you make eye contact and you go, I see you, motherfucker. You know, I see you. You've also been down this road, you know.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, for me that is the big part of it. And also every day is Atheist Day, says Bolelang.
Well, so you see, trust Bolelang to take it one step further. I was going to say every day, then I decided, no, that's greedy, just every Sunday. But trust Bolelang to just claim every day.
Mm.
In my heart, I absolutely go
I
with
didn't,
that.
yeah.
Because every day that we live without supernatural beings is a good day. And
Yeah.
and I dare anybody to give us a day where God showed himself. And until God shows himself, that will be his day. And I'm fine to grant him that.
I have it on good authority that God appeared on a slice of toast somewhere. There was a slice of toast, and there was a cloud, and then somebody saw God in the trees.
Oh.
So what are you talking about? God doesn't show himself.
I need a little bit more than that. It's just that I enjoy a good slice of toast with fish paste, but it's not my God.
Yeah, no, I agree. So we'll give them a day when their God shows up.
Okay, so have we been able to establish though that do we celebrate Atheist Day, and is it today? Which is
today, yes.
It is today. And today is
the 23rd of March.
Just give me the date quickly, please. Just give me the
23rd of March. Good God, Tasha, I know you don't live in the city, but you know, like if you follow the moon or something, you know, you have to make a notch on your doorpost. You know, it's like
the other thing that I was going to ask about, or just maybe comment on, is I do find it interesting. You know, Easter is determined by the moon, the phase of the moon, as is Ramadan and the Muslim festivals. And I wonder do you think these people who decided that March should be Atheist Day were sort of considering the phases of the moon? It's interesting that it happens because I mean, when is Easter this year? I don't know when is Easter. I don't know when Easter is this year. When's Easter Friday? When's Easter Sunday?
Isn't it this guy? There's a weekend coming up now. Oh my God, I care so little about religious holidays, Tasha. You're asking me a thing now. Let me quickly.
In my case, it's even. I don't know if it's better or worse because we have school holiday. We have the schools broke up on Wednesday, and I'm a teacher. So for the next 2 weeks, I don't care what day it is. I don't have to get up at 6 to open the school at 7. So I really don't care what day.
It's actually Good Friday. Now, this is Good Friday, the day when Jesus went into the tomb, and when did he emerge? Was that on the Monday?
It depends. Okay, Dean. It all depends on which gospel account you trust. So, in the Gospel of John, yes, really. According to the Gospel of John, I think it was on the Thursday, but according to the other Gospels, it's a Friday because the Gospels have completely different narratives. So let's say the mainstream churches have decided that it's the Friday and not the Thursday, because it gets really technical, and then you have to take into account that firstly you're working with the phases of the moon, and then secondly you're working with Jewish Sabbath, which is from sunset to sunrise. So even that, I mean, it can get really technical. You have to get those nails through the cross. Really, it's a fine game of many technicalities. So let's just go with what the powers that be, which is mainly the Catholic Church, have decided. So it will be the Friday, and then Jesus would have died around what, he was crucified at 9. He died 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. He died at 3, 6 hours later, which was an exceptionally short crucifixion. So he died at 3, and then it was darkness, and then his body was so his body had to be taken off the cross before sunset. So that's 6 o'clock. I don't know, maybe. When does the sun? What time does the sun set in Jerusalem in March? I have no idea.
You got me. I'm sitting here and like, I think I already, you know, there's when somebody speaks and then all of a sudden they go like soft and then it recedes into the background of your mind.
Where did I lose you?
You lost me somewhere about the 3rd month or the 3rd day of the cycle of the moon of the second coming of the you know the 3rd sunshine.
you will make an absolutely useless pastor because the devil is always in the details. But fortunately, I'm a teacher, so I'm really familiar with that expression in your face where I'm like talking to my hand, you know, and I just know it's just not.
I was just, you know, that it's called white noise. It's like that low shh, sounds like the static.
You know, Dean, I can deal with you calling me noise, but I can't deal with you calling me white because that's that's racist.
How dare I? Yeah, but you know, Tasha, you know, to get back to this idea of why we you know, we do. I mean, you know, people always say to me like, why do you have to make such a big deal out of it? You know, just, you know, have your atheism, keep quiet, and leave the religion to do their thing. And I'm going like, excuse me, like, wait a minute here. Like, how dare you firstly tell me what I need to do and what I need to focus my energy and my time on. Secondly, you know, my atheism is not it's not something that I practice. It's a response. You know, for me, atheism is a response to the imposition of religion. If you didn't impose religion upon me, I wouldn't even know what atheism is if religion wasn't imposed. So, you know, how dare you tell me to keep quiet? And you know, the days when the church scared people into silence is gone. You know, those days are gone. You know, go and go back to scaring little children with your tales of hellfire and damnation. You know, you have got no power left here. Absolutely no power left here.
You know, I think about this often, especially in hello, Bolelang. How are you, brother?
I'm fine. I just came here to say I'm not prepared to keep quiet. I agree with Dean. Can I go? No, I refuse.
Yeah. No, it's
Don't
good. You know,
say
like,
I should go quiet. They should mum.
Yeah. No, fuck that. You know, the days when you scare people into silence with your threats of hell and damnation and eternal torture are gone. You know, the internet killed religion, in my opinion. You know, when people got together, very, very slow death. I wanted to share
it even dosed the hellfire.
Yeah. Is the Pew study, the Pew study from this year the Religious Pew study. They do one every single year in the United States, and it was down a little bit from the previous year, but I think it's standing at 23% of adults in the United States at the moment do not identify with any religion, and that's up from, the last time I checked that study, it was like sitting at 12 or 11%, and it's almost doubled in a short period of time. So I believe strongly that the more people get exposed to information and different viewpoints, the better they are equipped to evaluate these things and say, wait a minute, this guy on Sunday is telling me this nonsense, but when I encounter these ideas out in the wild and I look into this kind of information, I get a contradictory story. So, who am I to believe? And information is going to be the death of religion, because religion I was going to say religion was in the business of controlling information. They controlled information. Exactly. They curated a narrative that they fed to people who didn't have exposure to information, and those days are gone. I think we can put on the gravestone of religion, we must put some kind of Wi-Fi symbol. That must be I'm going to make a sign like that. It's going to be, I'm going to create the grave of religion. And on the tombstone, that epitaph that they write on there, that is going to be a Wi-Fi, an internet, that internet symbol on there, and just say, "Rest in peace, religion."
I don't want to make you feel despondent, but I feel I need to be the voice of reason or skepticism. I'm not sure, but we have to be aware of the fact that a wounded, a very powerful dragon that is mortally wounded is extremely dangerous, and it is more. I agree that especially traditional religion, like we've known it, Dean and Bolelang, you and I, as we grew up, that version of religion is mortally wounded. But now there's a massive tail, and that tail is swishing around, and that tail is doing its utmost to inflict as much harm as possible in its death throes as it can. And we need to pin that tail down. I have this vision of a dragon, and and we have to keep pinning this net over its tail, and that tail is very, very powerful, and it has stings in it. And we must also never remember that religion is a many-headed dragon, and that for the head that you chop down today, there's a new one re-emerging tomorrow, and therefore our activism has to become more determined. I think kinder. I think we don't need to fight with the same harshness that the Hitchinses and the Dawkinses had to fight 15, 20 years ago. But we need to know that we have to. There are people who are victims of that dragon. They are being held captive, and to get them out of there without them or ourselves being smashed up by this swishing tail is going to take a lot of patience and a lot of delicate reasoning and street epistemology.
But what I love about it is that it lives here. That dragon, it lives here. And if you want to be a hero, get into your mind, start thinking about what they say. Then you can see yourself slaying the dragon.
Yeah.
That's where we get our cases in our mind.
And it's the easiest and the most difficult thing to do. So initially to forget the fear of your of ideas, and to encounter yourself, to meet your own ideas, and to begin to pick them apart, and to realize that your life gets better the more you examine your own ideas, because every single idea that we have was planted within us at some stage, because no idea is original. And as you grow up, so as a child, you have these ideas planted in your head, and they take root and they grow and they get a life of their own. And as you grow up, you need the courage to start unpicking those ideas. And I say that takes courage, because you literally climb into your own identity. And that can be a very scary thing, to realize that people that you love, people that you trusted, people that you still love, they implanted fake ideas that are not real and that are damaging, and that you have to unpick the idea without hating the fact that the idea was planted in your head in the first place. It's a very complicated and complex experience. And Dean, the poster that you made for this conversation mentioned something: you are not alone. And I don't think that we can go through the process of deconstructing our faith, deconstructing our beliefs. We can't go through it by ourselves. And I think one of the things that religion tries to do is to claim community for religions and for church. And the moment you start to deconstruct, then one of the things most people miss is the sense of community, because there's this thing. Atheists are like, it's like herding cats, and it is like herding cats, but cats can be herded as an herded, and also they can be heard. Look at my little baby. And we need to navigate those pathways as a community and also as individuals, and as a community of individuals who don't want to lose our individuality.
But funny, then that cat is sitting behind you there because you are the pet.
Oh yes, of course.
You can't call it and tell it to sit there. It's not as stupid as a dog. A dog, you can tell it and sit and jump and do what. A cat is not into that.
Isn't she gorgeous? I mean, really.
She's a beautiful cat, yeah.
I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to move out of the picture, and I'm just going to look at her. So Picasso, what do you say about atheism? I know you're an atheist. I absolutely know you. No, she's not an atheist. She knows God. She is God.
But what if Picasso still has a spider in the mouth and spits it just now?
No, Picasso, what you say is so peaceful. I mean, how? Oh, I see a glint in one of her eyes. She's like glaring. Now she's pissed off. Fine.
Yeah, he's feeling the eyes of the audience. But you know, also about the International Day of Atheists. I looked and I was struggling also because I saw different days. And that is why I say our day is every day. We don't even have an entry on Wikipedia. But then I think we should collectively announce that we are having an entry, and all people who are editors on Wikipedia and based then should participate in it.
Yeah, you know, Wikipedia is completely open. You know, so you as Joe Soap on the street, you can go and you can post an entry on Wikipedia. You have
but you must have people supporting you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if a number of people comes and says, now no, it's not there. Then it's not there.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah, no, it's very interesting. I'm just glad that we are out of that age where if if you had to say something like there is no God, that you're going to end up on a wooden stake with a wooden stake rammed up your ass, or put on a burning well, this is going to be a different kind of burning bush, but they're probably going to burn you as a witch or something, if you say something. And I'm just glad that those days are over. But it's like Tasha said, we have to keep our eyes open. You have to go like, I see your religion. I see you. I see what you're doing. What you're doing is bullshit. I see what you're doing. And somebody needs to actually just hold them accountable, because if nobody holds them accountable, they will run wild. And you don't need to look into history. You can look into the newspaper, and you can look at what these pastors do when they think that they are in power and that they feel strong. Then you see how they really behave, and it all comes from greed. It comes from malice, and it comes from what they want to achieve, which is just personal glorification at the expense of people who do not know better. And I'm not saying that I am this intellectual powerhouse and that I'm going to change the world and whatever, but if I can just be the catalyst that makes somebody say, wait a minute, is this guy is he actually telling me the truth? I'm believing this hook, line, and sinker. But did I actually take 2 minutes just to think this through? How does a dead zombie atone for my sins? And if I just say, yes, I believe this, I get to live forever in a magic castle in the sky, and people who don't believe this get to burn forever. I mean, like, is this really a reasonable position to have? And this is all because after God said, poof, created mudman and ribwoman and the talking snake in the garden, the woman listened to the snake, and the snake told the woman to eat a fruit that the man in the sky didn't like. So, when you start thinking about things just in these terms, and you say to yourself, yes, I believe that, and there was a big boat, a zoo boat, not a zoo boat, full, how you go to, when I was a young kid, we used to go to the zoo in Pretoria. It was massive. There's so many different animals. And I was saying and I was so tired walking from the one end to the other end. I was exhausted. I was like begging my mother. I was like, Mommy, please, I don't want to walk anymore. I've seen enough animals, Mommy, I want to go. But she made us walk, and it was massive. Now, that is only a small section of all the animals that we have here. When you start thinking about these things, again, God got angry because people were not listening. So that's the second time around. The first time was with Eve, So this is second time around. I mean, God, who knows everything, got angry because people didn't listen. He didn't know. He didn't see this one.
But only the recorded ones. We don't know what he made in between.
It's true,
because not all the books made it to the Bible. You remember?
No, I know, and it's God's ways are God's ways are not man's ways. The ways of God is.
So Yahweh might have made a lot of other catastrophes, and the Catholics said no. These were worse.
So you saying so there in the Middle Ages there were a couple of robed monks sitting around a table deciding about what's going to go into the Bible, and the one goes like, flying flying aliens from outer space. No, that's too far fetched.
Yeah.
That's we can sell the zoo boat and Mudman and Rib Women and all that. We can sell that, but aliens, that's going to be gods from outer space. That's going to be a step too far.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't outer space. I mean, outer space wasn't a thing.
Oh yeah, out of dome.
Yeah. You said
on the filament.
Yes, above the firmament. They were aquatic aliens. That's because there's water above the firmament, right?
Yes, and there are windows that you open to create the flood.
I don't know. It's it's all Christian.
Yeah.
It's all Christian.
Yeah, they said they were opened and water got in. That's why there was enough water to flood the earth. And maybe it's because of the blue color.
Yeah. Oh, LOL. It's only 6 of you watching, talking about you are not alone. Jesus is Lord. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess. Hell is real, you guys.
Oh my goodness.
It's only 6 of you watching
us. We have the truth is real.
Are we competing for numbers?
Excuse me. I just want to say, look, hang on, gentlemen. You have to give me the truth is real. If you are out there and if you are real, please engage with us. We have been begging Christians to engage with us. Dean, can you make the truth is real? Let me just put on my glasses because I need to see this. I
have so many questions.
I need to talk to the truth is real. If you are real, please, we won't be nasty. Well, Dean might be, but I'll be nice.
I can't take any responsibility for
I'll take.
If you can hold me in, Tasha, I'm just saying, if you approach me with condescension, you are going to receive it in return. I'm that kind of a person, so I believe you got your
Dean,
you got your answer there, Tasha. So
what did you say? We can fantastic. When, where, how, now? Dean, how are we going to do this? We have to do this.
No. What I suggest we do is that we can ask the truth is real to send us an email to info@atheists.co.za, and we will hook you up as soon as we get that response.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you guys can take it from there. As I said, good job.
I've been blessed. I have been blessed. What a blessed
the spaghetti. The gods of Vulcan have blessed you on this atheist day of logic and reason with some.
I'm so excited. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The truth is real. You have just made my day. I'm still skeptical. I will be 100% convinced when you make contact with us. Dean, let me repeat that email again, please. Info@.
I'll put a banner up. Don't stress.
Please
Don't you worry.
And Dean, what is that?
This is from Star Trek. Dr. Spock.
Oh.
So Dr. Spock was from the planet Vulcan. So the planet Vulcan is where they were a race of people who took logic to the extreme. They were extremely logical. They were emotionless. They only focused on science and progress. But it's the extreme. It's the one extreme of taking things. I would never be able to be to be a Vulcan. But whenever I go like that, it's an homage. I recognize that this is an extreme of logic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At atheists.
But it's like saying, can you be extremely sensible?
Of course, I can try.
It's either you make sense or not.
Yeah. I mean, there are degrees, there are degrees to everything, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Dean, I want to ask you, is this the right platform to celebrate well-known and lesser-known newer atheist channels? Because
I agree. I was going to bring that up as well. Tasha, I always approach these streams with like an agenda. I write up a little blurb and everything, but then you and I get talking and it just goes out the window, and then after
your fault.
After we
tell me,
Bolly Long's fault. It's Bolly Long's fault.
No, I'm not into that. The truth is real. Was she baptized at age 5, or what is happening there?
The truth
I
is
have
real.
I have no idea. I don't. I can in essence create a link and invite it into here, but it would be an ambush. So I don't want to. I don't want to create the impression that we're ambushing somebody.
No. It's just being curious.
Yeah.
One thing about us also as atheists and humanists, we understand that people have the right to believe whatever they believe, but also everything that you believe, then it should be open for questioning. Mm-hmm. And opening for questioning is not attacking you, it's just understanding the idea better.
Yeah, exactly. That is, I have got absolutely nothing against Christians. I have got Christians, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists. I've got nothing against the people. My issue lies with the religion. The religion makes claims. Those claims relate to reality, and what people believe have, beliefs have consequences. So you can believe whatever you want to, but that belief has consequences. If you believe, for example, that God is going to heal your sick child, you don't need to take them to a doctor. That has real consequences, So you cannot tell me, oh, just leave the Christians. Why are you atheists also? Why do you keep on hanging? Leave us to have our religion in peace. That's the thing. It's just, your religion is not peaceful. It does not exist peacefully. You might not be the person that denies your child medical services, but the person next to you that is using the very same religion, the very same book that you pray to, they also pray to the same book, and at the end of the day, they've got a completely different takeout from that, and they believe that God is going to heal their child. The doctor is an instrument of Satan and all the worldly things and all the science and technology are instruments of the devil, as it was professed in Revelation, and that they should just pray, and if God doesn't heal their child, then it is the will of God for their child to die. So I am listing an extreme case, and this is not something that happens every day. It's an outlier, but don't come and tell me that I should just leave irrational ideas to be because they don't affect me or they don't have an impact on me. People who have religiously motivated agendas are transforming the landscape in countries where people used to have rights. Women in certain places in America are being denied access to reproductive rights. It's an imposition. Every single place where religion can impose itself upon people, it does so. and it does so unashamedly and unreservedly. It doesn't take anything into consideration. If it can push the door open and assert itself into a sphere, it will. And that is the thing that I just want to make sure that, as much fun as it is laughing at religion, as much fun as it is poking, religious people with a stick to see if they jump, it actually has real world consequences. And, we are very familiar with what happens in the Christian sphere of things. So
yeah, we come from that.
Yeah. So, but here in Africa, we have got another villain that's also playing in the mix. And I there are no sacred cows, but I said to myself, look here, it's the month of Ramadan, so I'm not going to be overtly critical of Islam. But wait, when Ramadan's over, the gloves are going to come off. Because especially if you look to the north of the equator here in Africa.
Well, we don't have to go that far. In Mozambique.
Yeah, even Mozambique as well. But don't come and tell me that and then this really makes me sick as well. Children will suffer the sins of their parents. I mean, how dare you? How dare you excuse?
How can you be such a god? Take innocent people and make them suffer up to the 4th generation for something that was made by somebody way back. Look, somebody ate a fruit and we are still suffering because of those people eating a fruit.
But God loves you. He loves you.
Yeah.
He loves you and he wants you to suffer.
Gentlemen,
yeah.
Can you see that I've been left in the my halo has come on, eh? Thanks to Eskom.
Yeah. Does it have to do with Eskom?
Yeah, the gods of Eskom.
They are giving you all the glory.
Absolutely. I'm just being backlit. So I don't know how much my phone is fairly charged. So how much longer are you going to need?
We are actually running up on the hour, Tasha. So I'm also going to to wrap us up. I just want to invite all of you guys to tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. Standard South African time. We are going to have a panel discussion with 4 atheist ladies. Initially, I said to myself, I wanted to title this stream. What was I saying initially? Is like, how awful does God have to be for you to get a divorce or something? That was my first idea, but I think we eventually, let me just double check here. We eventually settled on something. Let me just see. Yeah, life after religion. So this is going to be a group of women. All of them have got African roots. So we are
energy and passion. That's what I'll be here for tomorrow, just listening there.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a banger. We have got Esther, who goes on YouTube as the Afro Atheist. Esther is an ex-Christian from Nigeria. We have got Alvina Gachugu, who is in our live chat at the moment. She's also going to be joining us. She is a Kenyan, very outspoken. I love the energy. And then we have 2 local South African atheists. We have got Catherine Herman, and we have got the one and only, where's my...
The drum roll.
Nice. So it's going to be.
It's going to be an enjoyable show tomorrow.
Yes, it is. You know, and because in my humble opinion, a woman who is for religion is like a chicken that is for KFC.
Encouraging children to love KFC.
Yeah, there is no other way to put it. Because
telling the small chickens, you know, without KFC, we would not be kept here. We'd be wandering in the wild. So
free.
You must appreciate KFC. We have purpose in life now. We are going to be eaten.
That should be Bodylang. That should be a meme. That should be. You should make a TikTok about that.
Oh, before we go, I do want to highlight. I've recently been looking for atheist channels on YouTube, and there is one that I do want to highlight. And if you guys have got any of them, I do also want you to let me just get this up. Sorry, I should have prepped this beforehand. Right, so this is I've only recently discovered this channel, and I have been binge watching it. It's are you guys still there? Let me just double check.
Yes. Well,
yes.
I almost joined the studio twice. I've got so many windows open here, 2 different screens. So I'm like trying to follow. It's like I'm driving the USS Enterprise. Yeah, so what I wanted to share with you guys is this YouTube channel over here. The guy's name is Eric Peterson. He does a lot of debunking. He's got some stuff on evolution, religion, science denial, flat earth, the whole thing. It is hilarious. He's extremely sarcastic and witty, very, very well educated. So, by all means, go and give him a follow, and trust
Planet
me.
Peterson.
Yes, Planet Peterson.
And what's the handle?
He's also on TikTok. It's Planet Peterson 2824. He's also on TikTok. He does a lot of, I think he started off on TikTok, and then a lot of the stuff on YouTube is just recordings from TikTok streams. I think the whole thing is actually, but flat Earth, no evolution. That's the stuff that he loves, and he really goes into great depth. I actually bought his book. It's let me just double. I cannot for the life of me remember. I bought the book yesterday. I can't for the life of me remember the title. Let me just think about that.
That's right, guys. So I found it.
Yeah. In any case, I'll put all of the good stuff in the description. So if you watch this later on, just go down to the description. And you atheists, you know nothing, because the Bible is very protective of women.
We need to talk about that. The truth is real. We need to talk about that. As we seriously,
I'm shocked.
The truth is real. We can do this. You and I can go it alone. We won't have Bodylang and Dean with us because they are just mean old men. And yes, of course you are.
Since I left Christianity, I've gone easy on women.
Yeah.
I think that we can talk for sure. I'm looking forward to it. Send an email to info@atheists.co.za. We'll schedule it. The truth is real. I'm really looking forward, and it will be an interesting, enlightening, respectful conversation between 2 women who have a shared experience in the respect that we share certain traits I'm looking forward to it, and Dean will help us to schedule it, and whoever's watching, keep an eye out. We will let you know this is going to happen.
But Tasha,
so yes,
you see
yes.
now you are speaking in public, and speaking in public is not good, and you are embarrassing us.
Yes,
What?
you should be.
You should let your husband come and speak for you.
Yes.
Your husband can speak to the truth is real and can convey your message.
Yes, yes.
And you are not wearing anything to cover your head.
I was going to say.
I'll do it. There we go. Are you happy? Bolelang, are you happy now? Are you happy?
Yes. Can you see those silly things that we used to do? I can't relate to those things.
I also just wanted to to emphasize this. When I was thinking about this earlier today. When we reverse the table, so if I had to put on my Christian hat, I don't have any hair or head covering, so just imagine there's a Christian hat on here.
You don't need one. So I've got mine on now. I think it looks quite chic, don't you?
Well, it has a certain design element to it with the pages and everything that looks. Oh, Tasha, you are gonna love this one. Men should speak because women are smarter than men. This gives them an opportunity to grow and learn. I think she said,
that's rationalizing. I can make funny rules for you, and you can find good excuses to explain why I'm treating you badly.
Let's give the truth is.
Did somebody give us cupcakes?
Is this Darren Lamar? Is Darren Lamar watching us?
No, it's Durante Lamar. He was on.
I'm sorry, I've got the name wrong. I do it all the time. Durante, I'm going to get you on the Free Thought Hour. We are being watched by Durante Lamar. I'll have to put my hat back on for that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, like, you will encounter, if you are a religious person and you're looking at us and you say, "Ooh, these atheists are they're gonna butcher me."
Did you just say fucking?
Huh?
You did not just say fucking, did you?
I did, yeah. Sorry. Am I going to hell?
I'll take you there myself.
No, I'm used to those.
I'm going to say, it's like when you look at, like me and Bolelang, we are, very, no nonsense kind of people. Tasha has got a different approach. Other people will have different approaches. We're different people. The only thing that unites us and that gives us a common thread is the fact that we don't believe in gods. The rest of the things about us is very different. So if you encounter an atheist that, rubs you up the wrong way, there are other atheists out there as well that might not necessarily do that or be in that fashion.
Plenty of them.
Plenty of people.
And just because you're an atheist doesn't mean you're a nice person. So I've never met Bolelang in person. I'm planning on doing it within the next few weeks. So Bolelang, I'm giving you a heads up. I've met Dean in person several times, and I know that he's a decent person. Bolelang, I've only met you on the internet.
I'm nicer than him.
You are.
Yeah.
Dean
can take your food while you are not washing on the table.
We are going to arrange a meeting. We're going to arrange a meeting, and I will let everybody know who's the nicest, Bolelang or Dean, and of the two of you. So, but that's a very important point.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's wrap it up there, guys. It's been a fun hour. We started off with a couple of glitches and hitches, which is to be expected. The day that we produce a smooth show is the day that's the day that Jesus will come back to earth. But
I just want to say, I started off without a head covering, and thanks to Bolelang, I now do have a head covering that has fallen off at least once, but I'm holding on to it now. It actually, this clipboard makes a brilliant head covering.
Yeah, but I'm still in that design.
You're welcome. It's not expensive.
I hope you don't have a copyright or what do you call those things?
No, it's not copyrighted.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, when you see Pumla wearing it, don't worry.
Well, I shall say au revoir.
Cheers. Bye-bye, Tasha.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Oops.